Mole ratio lab day number 1. So here's the lab handout that you have in Schoology, and we're going to take some iron nails like this, and we're going to put them in a copper chloride solution, which we're going to make shortly, and we're going to get a single displacement or single replacement. The iron's going to kick out the copper, so we actually are going to get copper we're going to create, and then we're going to get an iron chloride solution. So this metal plus this solution is going to go to this metal in this solution. Okay, and your job for this first day is to write out the balanced equation for this word equation. Okay, let's take a look at the procedure, then we're going to show you the procedure for what I'm going to call day 1. Okay, so record the mass of a clean, dry beaker, and I'm going to do all these steps shortly, and then you're going to make your copper chloride solution. Okay, and so I'm going to take copper chloride, I'm going to get about 4.5 grams and then 25 milliliters of water. I'm going to stir that till it dissolves. I'm going to get some nails. I'm going to polish them to remove any oxides or coatings that will prevent the reaction. And I'm going to find their mass, and then I'm just going to drop them in the copper chloride solution. All right, so I'm going to show you those things. You can take a look back at this, but I'm going to give you a visual of what that looks like or what you would be doing if you were back in the lab. So first step, I think we said we are going to record the mass of the clean, dry beaker. I have to move this down. I don't know if you can see this mass. Okay, right here. But I'm put it on the scale. It looks like 110.48 grams, 110.47 grams. I'm going to write that down someplace. Okay, and next thing I'm going to do is, it says add about 4.5 grams of copper chloride. So what I could actually do is just zero this, hit the 0 button. Again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see those numbers there, find out, but otherwise you'll have to trust me. And I'm going to put in about 4.5 grams. I have this pre-measured, and it looks like 4.14. It's going to be about the right amount. 4.70, that looks great. And this doesn't have to be measured exactly. So we're not going to keep track of this in the lab. Here is a pre-measured 25 milliliters of water. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I could stir it, but I'm just going to mix that around. I've worked with this and it'll dissolve quite readily. So that, at least in this amount, is our solution. Notice that neat blue. It reminds me of going to, I think we were in Glacier Park, and I think it was like Cracker Lake or something, had this really cool color right in there, like that. Okay, so that is our solution. Then we're going to take our nails and scuff those up. Now, to be honest, I've scuffed these, but sometimes they'll sell nails with a protective zinc oxide or some other coating. They're really made of iron, but sometimes they put a coating so they last longer. Well, we're trying to do a chemistry reaction, so we don't want them to last. So I'm going to get a little bit here, and I did the other nails. I actually did this one before too, so you don't have to watch me filing my nails all day. But I have this, and what do I need to do? Oh, I better find the mass of these nails. Now I do it after scuffing, but before I drop them into the solution. So I should probably check to make sure that was zeroed first. Okay, so we got to get rid of the 0. I should 0 that. And now I'm putting it on there. It looks like 10.32 grams. So I'm going to record that. That's the mass of my nails before the reaction. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do is just drop these nails in. I'll put them on the balance just so you can see that. I'm going to try to get them so they're not sitting on top of each other. Let's see if I can do that. And I put them into the solution. Okay, and you can take a look here. You can start to see this is that dark blue, and the nails are getting a little bit more brown in there. Okay, you might get that white backdrop, and maybe you can see that better. The nails are starting to get a little bit dark brown. And the iron is replacing, okay, the copper in solution, and the copper is going and plating out on the nails. Okay, if you look real closely, you can see those atoms moving around. Actually, you can't see the individual atoms moving around, but you can see the effect of all those atoms, many millions and millions of atoms moving around at once. But it takes a while for this to occur. So if I did this one about 30 minutes or so ago, and you can see these nails are got a pretty good coating of stuff, and notice that solution has got a lot lighter. So if you look at a comparison between these two, this is after 30 or 40 minutes, and this is what, after 2 or 3 minutes. So you can see the distinction there. We're going to let these go overnight before doing day number 2. So to summarize day 1, I think we should maybe just maybe go to a screen share here and write in a couple data pieces in our data table. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go down here. And what did we say? The mass of the iron nails. This is probably already on your sheet that's in Schoology. I haven't done that yet, but by the time you get it, it will be 0.47. And put G for grams because I should use units. Kind of messed up on the thing. Oops, that's not right. That is the mass of the beaker. So in this one, I'm going to do 10.32. Okay, and I didn't know, looks like I can't write on top of this thing, but I'm doing it anyway. And we don't know the mass of the nails after the reaction, but I'm guessing if they react, it's going to be less. Okay, and then the beaker is empty. So I'm going to put that down here, 110.47 grams. And then after later days, we'll get the mass of the beaker and product, and then we'll be able to do more with the calculations. So that is day 1. Take a look at day number 2. Thank you.